One foolish politician can spell devastation for the entire world, and we are witnessing this right now. On 2nd April 2025, Donald Trump announced his presidential tariffs. He imposed tariffs on more than 90 countries, and in his usual dramatic style he declared, "No more." Many countries have ripped us off, left and right. In his opinion, the rest of the world has been looting America, the richest country in the world, for far too long. And now, he says, it's our turn to do the ripping. The result? A global shockwave. The share markets around the world crashed. Within a week, trillions of dollars were lost, and the world now teeters on the edge of a potential global recession. Monday, 7th April, was the worst day for stock markets. Whether in Hong Kong, Taiwan, China, Japan, Germany, the UK, the US, or India, the markets fell drastically everywhere. The whole situation has been handled in a strange and childish way. For example, on 2nd April, Trump imposed a 34% tariff on China. Just 2 days later, China responded with a 34% tariff on American goods. Trump didn't like this, so he threatened China. If the tariff isn't removed by tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we're putting a 50% tariff on top of what we've already imposed. China refused to back down, and on 9th April, the US imposed another 50% tariff on China. China responded with another 50% tariff on America. This tit-for-tat trade war has now escalated, and it's no secret anymore.
Check one, check.
Before we go further, a quick announcement. Spots are now open for this month's AI Masterclass. I hosted this 2.5-hour live workshop last month too, where I personally taught about 20+ powerful AI tools, like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Midjourney, Leonardo AI, Runway ML, 11 Labs, Halu AI, Kling AI, and many more. You'll learn about image generation, video generation, website building, audio creation, even song generation, all using free or affordable tools. Those who attended last month have left amazing reviews. You can see them on the screen. It's an affordable way to upskill, costing less than 2 movie tickets. Can't join live? No worries. You'll get access to the recording for 3 days. The link is in the description, and you can also scan the QR code on your screen. Let's now return to our topic. What is a tariff? A tariff is a type of tax imposed on goods imported from abroad. For example, if you buy an iPhone in India, a 15% import tax is added. If you import clothes, they may attract a 20 to 25% import duty. Both are types of tariffs. Tariffs are mainly imposed for 2 reasons. 1, to boost the government's revenue, and 2, to protect local industries. Imported goods become more expensive, encouraging people to buy domestic products, which supports local businesses. Let's look at South Korea's example from the 1980s and 90s. Their farmers faced huge difficulties and couldn't compete with cheaper imported rice. So, South Korea imposed high tariffs, up to 500%, beyond a certain import limit. This gave local farmers a chance to survive and improve. Over time, with better infrastructure and education, they became globally competitive, and the tariffs were slowly removed. This shows that tariffs aren't bad in themselves, if used wisely. But the way Trump imposed tariffs is the real problem. Let's say India exports medicines to South Korea. If South Korea suddenly imposes a 100% tariff, India's industry suffers. This creates tension and might lead to retaliatory tariffs, the beginning of a trade war. That's why negotiation is crucial. Countries should talk, explain, and find mutually beneficial solutions. But Trump did none of that. Instead, he imposed tariffs on 90 countries without warning. We're gonna have to go through a little tough love. They're ripping us off. Naturally, countries responded with retaliatory tariffs. Trump claimed this was to reduce America's trade deficit. He even named the 2nd of April the Liberation Day. But what is a trade deficit? Let's say America exports $1 billion worth of goods to China. China exports $2 billion worth of goods to America. America's trade deficit equals $1 billion. Trade deficit equals imports minus exports. It's not necessarily bad, especially if your economy is strong and you're getting foreign investments. But Trump treated it as a national emergency and used emergency powers to justify tariffs. Experts argue this misuse of the Emergency Act is undemocratic. Trump then stood with a big board and announced 49% on Cambodia, 46% on Vietnam, 32% on Taiwan, 25% on South Korea, 26% on India, 17% on Israel. Final tariffs on China, 125%. Even countries without a trade deficit with the US got hit. He used a flawed formula, trade deficit, imports, divided by 2 equals new tariff. For example, if the US has a 67% deficit with China, Trump assumed China imposes 67% tariffs, and so he imposed half of that, 34%. But this logic is completely wrong. Tariffs and trade deficits are not the same thing. Worse, Trump even imposed a 10% tariff on uninhabited islands, Heard Island and McDonald Island, near Antarctica. No humans live there, only penguins. Maybe he saw the word McDonald and thought it was some fast food Disneyland. Jokes aside, these tariffs have real consequences. America is a massive consumer market. Businesses around the world rely on American consumers, so other countries hit back. But targeted the industries that give Trump the most support. China targeted corn and car manufacturers. Canada hit poultry farms and AC makers. The EU went after steel and slaughterhouses. Why? To hurt Trump's voter base? Trust me, I'm like a smart person, said Trump, ironically. The reality is, both sides lose in a tariff war. Exporting countries lose business. Importing countries, especially common people, pay higher prices. Why? Because in today's globalized world, almost everything is interconnected. Even if a product is made in America, its components come from other countries. Example. Mr. Beast said that even though his chocolate is made in America, the cocoa beans are imported. Due to tariffs, importing cocoa becomes expensive, raising chocolate prices. It might even be cheaper to manufacture outside the US now. History proves that every time America has imposed tariffs without proper thought, it ends up hurting itself the most.